Alright, so what is going on, guys? It's KBZ, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make melodic beats. So a lot of you guys wonder how I can make melodies, so yeah, I'm going to show you how you can make Southside, TM, Metro type melodies pretty easily. So yeah, first I'm just going to go on Atmosphere, get a little piano sound, and make a melody. So for this melody, I'm going to be using the C minor scale, so these are all the notes that the C minor scale includes. All those notes are part of the C minor scale, so keep in mind I don't know music theory, so if I say something wrong or maybe I'm not fully accurate, but still. I don't know all the names, I just know it works, so here we go. Alright, so that's the scale. As you can see, all those notes sound good together. So pretty much what you want to think of, or what I think of when I'm making melodies, is just the patterns. So everything is just a pattern. It's all math. You just got to figure out what pattern you're using and how to make it sound good. So I'm going to put the BPM to 158 here, and then I'm just going to make a melody. So I'm just going to get this pattern going. As you can see, it's just the same notes over and over again. Pretty basic loop. So yeah, it's just a loop over and over again. But what you can do is you can just mess with the octaves and add more notes on top of this one melody. So for the first two patterns, I'm just going to move the G up an octave. So it's the same thing, but it sounds different. It adds some uniqueness to it. And then also you want to think of adding more notes on top of just this bass melody. So you want to add some top notes or some bass notes or whatever, just to give it some sort of like more emotional feel, I guess. So I always start the first like lower note of my melodies as the whatever root note the melody's in. So this is using the C scale. So I'm using C as the first note of the lower part of the melody. So yeah, that's just a nice little pattern. As you can see, I turned a basic little melody into something sick. So then besides just that, the other part is sound selection. So I have the melody. Now I'm going to want to get through different sounds to try to make it sound cooler. So I want something sort of plucky, but also with a little bit of like reverb or delay on it. So I'm gonna try this sound. So I'll move it up an octave because there's too much low end, and then I'm just going to EQ it. So I'm open up parametric EQ and then just. Then I'm going to go into gross beat, momentary half speed. So as you can see, that's a nice little melody. So that's how you can turn just a basic melody, because at the start, like if you bring this down an octave, it's literally the same melody over and over again. You're just adding more bass notes and changing the octaves of various notes to give it a different feel. So then also a lot of things I hear new producers mess up is the whatever what's it called? Whatever the scale of your melody is in, you need to make sure your 808 matches it. So right now, these are the lower notes of my melody. So that's sort of leading the low, or the root note of the melody in a way. So how I think of it is now the 808 just is going to follow these notes pretty much. So also, since I'm using the Spins 808, as you can see, Spins 808, the Spins 808 doesn't really sound that good below like A5, like, or A4, I mean, like, once it gets down to G sharp and G, it gets a little bit just like worse sounding, doesn't sound as good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move everything up an octave so that the lower notes of my 808 match the melody but can still sound good. So I'll move it up to D sharp. So it's the same melody, but if you move it up or down or whatever, it still works. It's just a different scale. So now D sharp is the root note, and then I think it's called D sharp, I don't really know. D hashtag. That's what I'm gonna call it. So here we go. So as you can see, the 808 sounds a little muddy. So what I'm going to do is, it's already turned up loud too, so what I'm going to do is just turn the melody down a little bit. And if that still doesn't work, you can always raise the octave again on the melody, because if the melody's a lower octave, especially with the gross beat, it'll make it so that it messes with the 808. So then also I'm going to add some 808 rolls. So I'm just going to go into half step right here and just. So I'm just going to add a little 808 roll right here. So dun, dun, dun. So that's a pretty good basic pattern just to start with, and then you can obviously just get the rest of your drums going, and then you're good. So I'm just going to come up in here and add some other drums. So I've been using this Z kick a lot recently. So and then I'm actually going to use the I'm gonna go with the garden hi-hat right here. So from my Pacific drum kit. By the way, if you want any of the sounds that I use in this tutorial, or you want melodies, the links to my loop kit and my drum kits are both down in the description. So be sure to check those out. So yeah. So I'm just going to turn the hi-hat down a little bit. And then I'm just going to add some hi-hat rolls. So then a new trick I've been doing is I do little what's it called, 1/6 beat rolls, and then I just lower the velocity. So then I'm going to do the same thing with this hi-hat roll right here. I'm just going to lower the velocity as it hits. Then I'm just going to copy paste it and add a few little changes. So I'm going to actually go into 1/6 beat again and right here and just. Then I'm going to get this clean snare from my kit and just add some bounce snares. So and then I'm going to mess with the pitch in the piano roll of this. So I'm actually going to put one here too. So I'm going to go to 1/4 beat and just. And I'm going to move the first one up. So. This is some Metro vibes, like some Metro X Future, X The Weeknd sort of vibes right here. The last thing I'm gonna do is turn the kick up a little bit. And now that I have pretty much the whole beat finished, or the basics, the fundamentals, the rest of it, at least for me, is just layering. So and adding like little subtle melodies. So I'm in this. Hold up, I'm gonna go into Omnisphere. I got some Omnisphere banks recently. I like this one from Feral Vice, so if you know who Feral Vice is, go check him out. He's at Internet Money. Shout out to Wave Supply. So if you want any of these, go check that out. Just search Wave Supply Omnisphere kits. So yeah, I'm just going to add a little melody right here. So also, this is gross beated, but I don't want it to be gross beated, so I'm gonna send it to the mixer on its own channel. And then so hold up, this is in a high octave, so I'm gonna move it up here. But that just sounds so bad, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move it down just for the sake of the second melody, so I can see what notes it's on, and then I'm just gonna add some secondary melodies. So alright, so that's good. Now I'm gonna move this back up to where it was. So that's how you add melodies that go together. So I have the first one, then the second one uses the same notes. It's just different effects, a different octave, and a different type of sound. So yeah, I hope this tutorial was able to help you guys. If it helped, the links to my drum kits and my loop kits are in the description. So if you want to support me and you want to use the sounds that I use, you can go purchase those in the description. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'm out. Peace.